Hi ladies and gentlemen, Sean Davies here with Colorado Reinsman. Today we're going to start the first of our two Sandwash Basin Mustangs from the Great Escape Mustang Sanctuary. I'm going to be bringing in these horses a couple at a time and getting them ready for adoption. I'm in this morning. This will be our first work session here with this real pretty little rose gray. My goal for her is her BLM neck tag is kind of caught up over her head, so I'd like to start off with this horse just getting her to where I can handle her, and eventually I have my snippers here that if I can cut that tag off, because it's probably not very comfortable on her. But these videos are all going to be fairly instructional. I've already had some interest in folks purchasing videos each month. I also will have a program here at the ranch. If you're in the local area, I'm going to do a punch card of 8 visits for $100 a month. So if you're interested, please contact me through either Facebook or you can look on my website for my telephone number. The real fun part of this is I've started off with 2. I'm going to have a young lady who's going to do the Extreme Mustang Makeover, the Mustang Millions with me, and she is going to be working on the second horse under my tutelage. We're going to kind of work back and forth with her, and you'll get to see her working. So we're going to start off, and now I have my assistant trainer, Doc, here. He's going to do the initial taming for me. He's already making progress. He's already got her hooked on. See, he did perfect. As soon as she came to him, he retreated. So very good, Doc. I'll take it from here. All right, let's get started. In different pens, I work differently. When I'm in have the horses in a round pen, I may go ahead and just work them in a round pen, toss a rope on them, get them to face me up. When I'm in a pen like this, which I built these, where I've got a loafing shed, one of the things I like to do is create a safe haven for them, a sweet spot where they will stand eventually, and that'll be where I'll start to touch them. You see my handy dandy pole here. It's a real fancy lightweight fiberglass pole from Home Depot for gardening. A lot of folks use real long bamboo. Well, in Colorado, bamboo is a little harder to find or harder to get shipped in. So I make do, and you'll see I have a pretty good reach with this, and it's very lightweight. It's got little knobs on it, so it actually rubs them a little bit when I start scratching them. So I'm going to get going here. I'm going to ask my assistant to step out of the way. Now this mare's going to run around a little bit. She just got in here last night. We just picked him up from the sanctuary yesterday. She is one of the wilder ones, so is the bay. There's about 5 of this first 10 mares that has been in long-term holding down in Canyon City. These mares are all about 5 years old, 6 years old at the most. They were all gathered as babies. They estimate them all being born in '08, and they've been down in Canyon City since then, so they're aware of humans, but about half of this little group is not real trusting. I actually went down in '08 and picked some horses out of that herd and tamed them and trained them for folks, and they're real beautiful, real smart horses, a lot of color in that herd. Now, she's just moving back and forth, and I'm letting her get used to my presence in here. It's actually one of the first times I've been in here since we unloaded her. Came in and cleaned the manure up. She's real curious. I'm going to let her get used to me first. There's no rush here. I'm going to let her get comfortable. Good girl. If she wants to stop and take a little bite of hay, that's fine. Now I'm going to just start getting my body posture. I want to see where she's going to be the most comfortable up here. She's going to be claustrophobic. She's not going to want to settle into this loafing shed right away. Anytime I make a move for that, she's going to want to come out because she's not going to want to get trapped. If she's comfortable right there, I'll utilize that. I'm just going to reach out and touch her. Let's get her used to this stick being out away from me. Good girl. Do not want to look in her face. I want to be relaxed. You notice my body, for the most part, faces towards her rear. Good girl. I would really like her to be in a comfortable position out here. I'm going to just reach out and touch the top of her hip right there. Good girl. That's very good. Got my first touch. She wanted to protest a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and start touching her. She's not going to be real thrilled. But she's going to find that no matter where she goes, I can touch her. She just stopped. I'm going to take the pressure off right there. Good girl. And look at her almost follow me up right there. She's licking, going to lick and chew. She's going to relax a little bit. Good girl. I'm going to relax myself. I'm just going to go ahead and go to work here. Because I really want to have this goal of getting that collar off of her, that tag off of her. I'm going to come right up here. If I can get to her withers, great. If not, I'm going to get right here to her butt and rub. I'm going to get right to that butt and rub her. Now before she leaves, I'm going to leave. I'm going to take that pressure off. Now this is even better than I'd hoped, as most of my other horses will. They'll try to find a nice soft area in that nice quiet area in the loafing shed. Now she's a little braced up right there. I'd really like her to move out of there, but that was less protest. I'm just going to rub up along her back. If she decides to take off, that's her prerogative. But right now, I'm just saying, let me create a sweet spot on those withers. Good girl. Wherever she goes, I can touch her. Good girl. Now this is perfect. She's got her dominant eye now on me, her other eyes towards the fence. Good girl. I can touch her all the way down her back. I can create a sweet spot up here on her neck, withers. Good girl. Now she didn't freak out, so I'm going to walk away. I'm going to take all that pressure off of her. And as you see, she pretty much came right out after me. I'm a real relaxed posture. I'm going to approach her with my hands. settled in. Now, I'd like to keep her on that one side because I'm creating a sweet spot on that left side. See, as soon as she gets me in that right eye now, she's going to want to run off. My assistant trainer's helping over here. Little protest there. Make sure you stay out of her weapons. So she wasn't able to get away from me there. Just gonna rub her at her withers right now. Just gonna relax her. Giving out big, relaxing exhales, like a big sigh. Just a touch. Rub her right here. Every inch I get is a success. Good girl. And I got her butt tensed and tucked under. Yes, ma'am. Good. And right here at her tail head. She just relaxed it a little bit. I'm going to work my way back up. Just seesaw up her neck a little bit. No hurry on this. Just take your time. The idea is not to get them scared. It's just to touch them from a safe distance. She kind of tell me, you know, that's enough. Good girl. I'm going to touch her up on her neck. Good girl. Good girl. You're right up by her head. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I'll trace down the back of her legs. She'll probably kick at this. Hey, that's real good. Now I'm going to take the pressure off for a minute. That was a long session right there. You see, she's showing all the signs she can handle it. She's licking and chewing, really dropping her head, kind of giving in there, which is everything I want to see in this horse. Good girl. Everything I want to see right now, she's doing. She's really giving. Move over this way a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to go ahead and approach. See if I can't shorten my pole up just a little bit this time. See, she's got that nice safe space back there now. I'm going to reach out, touch her. Oh, she says, I'm not sure I like that. Shorten my pole and I'm going to try to step a little closer. Doc, you might want to get out of here, young man. reach out and touch her right there. Good girl. See, now she's like licking and chewing, saying, I can handle it. Good girl. Yes, ma'am. Now she's accepting that little firmer rub there on her neck. I'm going to try to bring that down her shoulder a little bit. Just let her know that wherever she goes, I can touch her. Good girl. Wherever she goes, she can't get away. Good girl. I'm going to touch her on her chest. That was a little bit long. To her sweet spot if I can. Now I'm going to use a much shorter part of my pole this time. About 2/3 of the pole now. Now, if she gets real claustrophobic, I'm just going to get out of her way. Now, about half of the pole right here. Now that's very good, so I'm going to retreat there. So I've gone from reaching out on this end to holding in this area, and she's relaxed and follows up. This is about like watching paint dry, as you've seen many of the videos. It's real monotonous, slow work. Now I'm going to approach my hand. Every time I want to start approaching with my hand. Now she's on that other side. Reach out with my pole. She wasn't going to let me touch her with my hand yet. Down to about 1/3 of the distance on the end of my stick. My hand is only about 2 feet from her right now. Good girl. See her moving. Get out of the way. She'll go right back in that position. I'm going to reach right back over to pet her. That was just so much more. I'm not going to stop. Right back in my position. Just going to relax her, just touch her, just scratch her. I'm only that far from her, so I want to take that pressure off. My hand's only that far. Let her think about that for another minute or two. Let her relax. Some nice, relaxed, cleansing breaths for her. She's reacting very well. When she gets overloaded, she'll try to escape. So far, she realizes I'm not trying to kill her. So if I can just get to where my hand's on her and touching her at the withers, we've made huge progress with it. I'm going to approach with my hand again. Take that pressure off. Put my stick on her, just touch her. Oh, she's a good girl. Now immediately she's starting to relax. There's my first touch. I'm going to walk away right there. My fingers touched her. That's my first touch. Let her think about that for a nice minute or two. Good girl. Good girl. This has got a slight point on it. I'm going to flick this thing around. Let her feel it all over. Can't be afraid of them moving. Just stay out of the way. Good girl. Good girl. She's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Getting her blood up a little bit. That's okay. I need her to kind of work through some things. I need her to work through. You gotta understand, nothing that happens right now is hurting her. It's just I'm touching her somewhere. Just touching her. Just touching her. See? Touching her. Ooh, she's striking out. She's going, oh my God, you're killing me. You're killing me. I'm not really killing her. I'm not really killing her. I'm just touching her. Just touching her. Just touching her. Just touching her. Not killing 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 her. That's a lot for her. He's saying, oh my God. Look at you. Look at you. He's going, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm getting touched all over and you're not killing me. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, right there. Big success. She ran around. She was all worried. She was scared to death. If I'd released the pressure at any time, I would have just told her to fight, strike, and beat up anything that ever touched her on her chest or neck. And right now, just got a nice, calm reaction, and finally rubbing her. And she's like, oh my God. But that's okay. She worked through it. I'm going to put a lot more pressure on this horse in the future, and I need her to be able to come out of it. Good girl. So I'm going to go right back to work. Oh my goodness, look at what you're doing to me. Okay, I can rub this side too. I can rub your back. Wherever you are, I can rub you. It doesn't make a difference. Good girl. Doesn't make a difference. I can touch that shoulder. I can touch the shoulder this way. Doesn't make a difference. I can touch that shoulder. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you. She's okay. She's okay. Good girl. She's okay. She's all right. Make sure she doesn't flash out with those hind feet. Now I'm going to relax her right here. Just relax her right here. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax her a little bit. Just tell her no matter where you go, we can touch you. And it's okay. She hasn't settled in yet, so I'm going to make sure that I don't take the pressure off until I get her to relax that front end. Relax that front end. I can rub her rear end now. Oh, see, now I've got this side of her body. I'm rubbing this side. Good girl. Good girl. I'll take whatever side, whatever opportunity I have to touch her in places. I'm going to touch that tail. Touch her back. Good girl. Ask her to get right back up in there and put her back to a calm state of mind. She gets all excited. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I can let her push that button. Very good. Very good. First real good handling right there. That was real good on her part. Now I'm going to work on no pole. To go, I'm going to let her go. I don't expect her to actually let me touch her right away without the pole. I'm going to ask her to move back up in there. So I created that sweet spot. Now I'm going to ask her to move back up in there. Very careful around that rear end. This horse doesn't seem to be real aggressive. Okay, so I went from my long pole to my horseman's stick. It's a lot shorter. She wasn't quite ready to give up, just let me walk up with my hand, but I can shorten this up as short as I want. I'll start off at about the 4-foot mark. Just rub it. So this is a lot easier to handle, a lot easier for me to maneuver out of the way now that I'm up in here. That's just a defensive posture right there. I'm going to say, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm not going to let her angle that butt towards me. See, she's being braced up and defensive right there. There she gave to me. Good girl. Now reach out. Touch her. Don't get silly. Don't get silly. Don't get silly. Good girl. That's all right. Don't get silly. I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to stop. I'm going to get her to where I can rub her, and I'm going to leave her alone for this session. The next session I'll be able to walk up in here without too much pressure and touch her. So I'm going to reach out and touch her. Keep touching her. You keep touching her until she gets back in the posture. If I have to go back to my long stick, I will. Okay, that's going to be the end of our first session with her. I'll come back later on in the day possibly and do a little bit more. I've got a nice soft rope that I often will toss over them and rub them with that also. There's a lot more to do with her, but stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more going on. We're going to work with the little bay mare now, so you're going to get to see Sarah work with this other little mare, Loretta, so that should be fun. We'll be right back.